So I'm leaving childcare for a multitude of reasons. One of the reasons I'm leaving is because I'm tired of being the first fat person that a child has ever interacted with before. I understand kids say things, they're still learning. I don't get anything else about my appearance like mentioned by kids. And when I say kids, I mean like 4 and under. Like, it does not matter. Like, if I work at a preschool, there will be a child that will ask me, do I have a baby in my tummy? They will just call me big and fat. So, like, I just need to know, like, if you're a parent, and especially if you have no fat people in your life, like, let's maybe have a conversation with our kids about what to say about people's appearances and what not to say. Dare I say, even worse than being the only queer person at a preschool or being the first queer person that your child has ever interacted with, because that's not like visible 24/7. But like, my body is here. They can see that I'm fat like my whole life. But like, let's just teach our kids about fat people. Is that so hard? Like, they've never been told, hey, you can't just call somebody fat or ask them why their stomach is so big. So maybe let's work on that. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe like, don't just wait until your kid has a fat teacher and has to sit them down and tell them why you can't say all these things about fat people. So, I don't know, just a thought. Just one of the many reasons why I'm leaving childcare. Maybe I'll update you guys on more at a different time, but yeah.
So as we see, this young lady says she's leaving the childcare industry because kids keep calling her fat, asking if she's pregnant or asking why she's so big. And I'm going to try to be as respectful as I can because I know words can hurt, but I also believe the truth can heal if we're willing to hear it. So let's talk. First of all, these are children. I think somewhere along the way, adults forgot what children are. Kids don't have filters. They don't wake up in the morning saying, who can I offend today? They wake up asking questions because that's literally how they learn. If a child has only ever seen women with big stomachs because they're pregnant, then they see someone else with a big stomach, what do you think they're going to ask? Are you having a baby? That's not hate, that's curiosity. Children don't care about political correctness. They care about understanding the world around them. And that's why I think we're making a mistake trying to turn children's curiosity into cruelty. Now, before somebody jumps in the comments, yes, parents should absolutely teach their children to be respectful. Proverbs 22:6 says, train up a child in the way he should go. Training matters. Manners matter. Respect matters. Parents should absolutely teach their children to not intentionally embarrass people. I agree with that 100%. But let's stop pretending parents can train curiosity out of a 5-year-old child. That's impossible. Kids are going to ask questions. That's what they do. They ask, Daddy, why is the sky blue? Mom, why is his hair so gray? Why is that person missing a leg? They ask why somebody talks different. Why is your skin color differently? Why is that person overweight? They're trying to understand the world around them. That's how children learn. Here's where I think this video takes a wrong turn. Instead of asking, why are kids saying this? We're asking, how do we stop kids from noticing reality? You can't. If something stands out, children are going to notice it. They notice everything. They'll tell you, Your breath stinks before your best friend will tell you your breath stinks. They'll tell you your hairline is running away before your barber even tell you, not trying to embarrass you. Kids don't care about your feelings. They tell the truth as they see it. Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's embarrassing, but that's childhood. You know, let me say something that's probably going to make somebody get in their feelings. Sometimes the people who offend us the most are the people telling us the truth. If 10 adults won't tell you you're unhealthy because they don't want to hurt your feelings, but one little 5-year-old says, why are you so big? Maybe instead of getting angry, ask yourself if there's something in your life you need to work on a little bit. See, we live in a culture that says protect my feelings. God says transform your life. Those are two different conversations. Now, hear me clearly because I know how the internet works. Trust me, I do. I'm not saying overweight people don't deserve respect. Every person deserves respect because every person is made in the image of God. Period. I'm saying if there's something in your life that's hurting your health, don't run from the mirror. Don't run from the children. Don't quit your career because a 6-year-old asked an honest question. Face it. Work on it. Grow from it. We have become a society that wants everybody else to change instead of asking ourselves, what can we change? That's backwards, man. And let me throw a little humor in here if I can. If a 5-year-old calls you fat, that's not a hate crime. That's a 5-year-old. This is the same little human that eats crayons, put ketchup on they pancakes and think Batman is a real person. Come on, man. We really about to let somebody wearing Spider-Man light up shoes and underwear ruin our whole week? Come on now. We can't be that fragile. James 1:2-4 tell us to count it all joy when we face trials because those trials produce perseverance and maturity. Sometimes the uncomfortable moments in life are the very things God uses to grow us. Everything isn't an attack. Sometimes it's an opportunity. And here's my final point. We are raising a generation where adults are becoming emotionally weaker than children. That's dangerous. Instead of teaching kids how to never offend anybody, maybe we should also teach adults how to handle uncomfortable moments without falling apart. Because life isn't always going to speak to you politely. Life is going to challenge you. Life is going to expose your weaknesses. Life is going to tell you where you need to grow. And the people who succeed are usually the ones who accept correction instead of running from it. So yes, parents should teach respect. Absolutely. But kids are still going to be kids. They're still going to ask questions. They're still going to be honest. And honestly, sometimes that honesty is exactly what we need to hear. So don't run from the truth. Learn from it. Pray about it. Grow from it. Because the goal isn't to make the whole world stop telling the truth. The goal is to become the person God created you to be. God bless you all. And I'll see you on the next video. Doses.